In Ireland, there is a park containing an array of large statues that are out of this world. Some promote spiritual progression, whilst others are downright creepy. Located near Roundwood, a park named Victor's Way in County Wicklow, Ireland, is a privately owned meditation garden, memorable for its host of large black granite statues positioned within the grounds. The park was previously named Victoria's Way, and is a 9-hectare plot of land that houses a number of small lakes, trees, and other greenery. The Irish Green Space is dedicated to Alan Turing, who was an English mathematician that died in 1954, and when the park was renamed in 2016, the owner had various sculptures made in stone in Mahabalipuram, India by Tamil Nadu, and brought to Ireland to populate the 22-acre area, aimed at people over the age of 28 and for a higher admission fee. The statues are made of thick black granite, although some are in bronze, and range in size from 1.5 meters to almost 5 meters. There are some awe-inspiring sculptures of Ganesh, the elephant-headed Indian god of new beginnings, Shiva, and many other Hindu depictions. The park is maintained by owner Victor Langheld from Berlin, who, now aged 84 in 2024, has lived with a number of different religious orders, including India, Thailand, Japan, and Sri Lanka. Amongst the finely carved sculptures, you will find a Buddha-style skeleton figure, a huge severed finger with "Create or Die" posted on the nail, a fasting Buddha, a large python-shaped seat, and one named the Split Man, which is widely known for being the spookiest of them all. The Split Man illustrates a man screaming in agony whilst ripping his own head into two, which is said to represent the mental state of a dysfunctional human, or the self-destruction that results from failing to commit oneself to a life goal, followed up by Dark Night of the Soul, an emaciated Buddha in the lotus position. Its intention is to portray the spiritual progression to enlightenment, and tends to freak a lot of visitors out. Other sculptures include one named Birth of the Ferryman, which displays a child being born from an enormous decaying human fist, and another named When One Becomes Two, which shows a large-breasted female with an unusually scaled leg, laughing dramatically whilst clutching a young girl, which understandably leaves some people horrified. And finally, the Death of the Ferryman, which shows an elderly gentleman that sits half-submerged in a murky and algae-filled green lake, and appears to be crying out for help as his boat slowly sinks, and said to represent various stages of life according to Buddhist religious philosophy, or a metaphor for the individual who is losing touch with the real world. One person describes this sculpture as unable to move, and he can no longer reach the other shore and touch it. So unmoving, he sinks and dies. What do you think about these sculptures? Please let me know in the comments.